A lot of people, they might have, you know, diaries. I got mixtapes. I've been documenting my life since I was a youngin'. This is how I, you know, tell my story, and I gotta keep telling it to the day I die.
They say crime don't pay, right? I bet it's different, nigga.
Yeah, right.
You gotta pay to go to jail.
Yeah.
You gotta pay to be in jail. You gotta pay to get out of jail. And they gotta pay to stay out of jail. So crime definitely pays. But sometimes you feel like it's going out the way. What my nigga Rue at? Down and down like in a pill.
The shit I'm bringing ain't normal, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna never be normal, you know what I mean? Unless they gonna come up with some type of, you know, medication for this. And until they do that, I got my own medication. Music is my medication. And it's my heart, my soul, my spirit. When I leave here, the only thing I'ma have for real is my music. Prince, Tupac, at the end of the day, what they have is their music, you know what I'm saying? And music lasts forever. And I wanna be here forever. What I wanna bring to the world is my truth, and my truth is your truth, because we all connected. My music upbringing is soul music, 70s. In my household, they played a lot of Al Green, you know, Curtis Mayfield, Isaac Hayes. That kind of translates into the music I make now. And my uncle, you know what I mean, he had the LL Cool J posters all on his wall and shit. And, you know, I was familiar with Criss Cross and all of that. But really, I wanted to be a singer. Like, this is when Immature was popping. Thought we was Batman and Romeo, and I don't remember the other nigga name, but we thought we was all three, and it was like two of us. One day it all changed, and I never forget it. I'm walking down the street, I'm like 9 years old. I see a tape, and I pick it up. It was Tupac, it was Keep Your Head Up.
It seems the rain will never let up. I try to keep my head up, and still keep from getting wetter.
And ever since then, I've been rapping, and I just did my research. Got strictly for my niggas. Tupac is now Me Against the World. You know, I started writing his raps word for word. You know, he was Tupac, so I'm 9 years old trying to be Tupac, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So I started writing my own eventually, inevitably.
Numbers, how they see us like our families don't need us. To them, our family numbers too. I guess we just a number crew. Convict us and they shit us so it's far to do our sit-ups, our push-ups and our lip-ups. Reading every book they give us, second chances they don't give us. Sometimes I wanna give up. It hurts when I get up, wishing these our days would clear up. Gas so I don't even know how much it costs to fill up. You wanna fix my screw face, you'll need more than a fill up. Tax, my tax refund, rent going up again. And spring keeps saying that I owe him every weekend. Preacher, pastor, deacon, I need help for what I'm seeking. Evil, all I'm seeing, all I'm speaking, all I'm hearing.
Pac's influence on my music was so heavy, and I really didn't like anybody he didn't like. And he didn't like nobody. He didn't like Nas, Dre, he didn't like Big, of course. He didn't like a lot of people, so I didn't listen to a lot of people. He was my male influence. Yeah, he taught me every fucking thing, like pimping, drugs, whatever, but then he also taught me Black Panthers, the civil rights movement.
We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, you know, with civil rights movement. We was asking, you know, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do?
One day I'm outside and everybody huddled around the car listening to some music. And I wanted to see what the fuck they were listening to, and it wasn't Tupac. So I went over there and they was playing Nas, It Was Written.
I seen some cold nights and bloody days. They grabbed me and bullet spray. They used me wrong, so I sing this song to this day. My body is cold steel for real. I was made to kill, that's why they keep me concealed.
Sorry, Pop, but this shit is hard, my nigga. Down south, you know, they listen to down south music. They grew up on Outkast, Goody Mob. On the West Coast, they grew up on Snoop or Dre or NWA. In Virginia, we didn't have that, so we listened to everybody else. A melting pot of musicians of where I'm coming from, because all of these people was heavily influenced on me, like Big Pun.
I had to pay my due, lay a few, but I ain't saying who.
Big L.
L's a clever threat, a lyricist who never sweat.
Cameron, Confessions of Fire, Lost Boys, and Onyx, Shut 'Em Down. These are classic albums that people just forget about. So that's where I'm coming from, era of creativity. Every line that I say is meant. I tie the music on my face to basically show you who I am as soon as you see me. I don't want you to think nothing else. It's just a freedom of expression, really. I wanted a three-letter name, like Nas or Pac or Big was playing a video game, and I used to whoop niggas' asses with Law from Tekken. And I said, you know what? It's a three-letter name. I'm whooping all these niggas' asses. I'm gonna goddamn name myself Law. And over time, Law has become Law.
Little but my crow big, bony but my pockets fat. Faggot, get your pocket snatched, take your pocket that.
The name Law started to grow its own wings, I just kept running into the law. In Virginia, it ain't really much to do, really. And as youngins, we go out there as kids and we turn into grown men. And some people are living their adult life in prison. I had to get away from that, and I went to Atlanta, but Atlanta was Atlanta.
Mama say you gon' get locked up, boy, you just don't get it. I pulled up in that new thing, she said, boy, you just did it.
As soon as I moved to Georgia, I moved straight to the trap house, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are my cousins, like, I didn't really grow up with them. I thought they was just chilling, you know what I'm saying, living normal lives. Long story short, I start making trips, you know what I'm saying, back and forth, Atlanta to Virginia, Virginia to Atlanta. I used to put my work in the cooler, put ice in it, put sandwiches and sodas, and put my Bible on the dashboard and dress up like I'm going to church, and this was me. It didn't last long. I got pulled over a lot of times. And every time they pulled me over, they put the dogs on me, every time. I've been living a life that most people didn't make it from. Rest in peace, Jay Smalls, my partner in rhyme. He didn't make it. He had a bad heart, but had he not been in prison, he probably could have took care of that heart.
You letter for clemency, got ignored by the governor. To him, you just an inmate. To me, you was my brother.
So then I said, you know what, I gotta get the fuck away from Virginia and Atlanta, nigga, I'm going to LA. Filmmaking is the same way I kind of started music. Like, you know, I started with Tupac writing his raps, and then I wrote my own, and that's kind of how I did, you know, production. I used to take movies and cut them up in my music. Like, I used documentaries like Cocaine Cowboys, like the animation in that movie was dope as hell, so I put it together for my shit, for my music video.
I'm sicker than you lanes, cause I'm sticking to the green. And my dick is in your thing, cause I'm addicted to the brain. Yeah, she's a smart bitch, that's why we don't kiss. But I'm addicted to her lips on the tip of my dick. Addicted to her shape, I'm addicted to her hips. Addicted to her ass and her back, how it dip. I'm addicted to a woman, addicted to a nut. Addicted to the white type, addicted to a slut.
I use The Wire, I use Sugar Hill, I use classic, old school classics, Menace to Society, Belly, and I you know, made music videos out of these movies. So I moved to LA, and then I started making real movies. Now the two on the left, that's the ones we need to worry about. That's why we're gonna hit them first. 2007, I dropped Meet the Connect, which was inspired by the movie Paid in Full. After that, I dropped 99 Problems, which was, of course, a quote taken from Hov. And I made a whole mixtape about bitches. Then I did the reverse of that and made an album called She. And I didn't call that woman a bitch, I called her a woman. I released Radio War when I'm just going in on radio beats. I released Crazy House, which was a seasonal mixtape about Halloween and being in the mind of a crazy motherfucker. Like, so every project I put out is conceptual, and it's going to continue to be that way, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Does conceptual fit with this sentence? I really don't know. My life is everybody's life, I guess. You know, we go through shit, and you gotta document it, because you gotta be able to look back on it and refeel them feelings sometimes, and them experiences. We'll forget somebody broke our heart. We'll forget somebody stole from us. We'll forget, you know what I'm saying? And you need to go back like, hold on, motherfucker, I wrote a bar about you in 1999, nigga.
It's cause you in church 3 services, frontin' all 3 sermons. You don't follow God, but you'll tweet it though. I'm starting to think that you tweaking, ho. Bird bitch with her beacon snow. I know you slow, that means sniffing blow. They say law don't go in. These is easy, she's sewing.
It's a diary, and the reason that I share it to people is because I know that you have a diary too. Imagine life with no music. Music runs the world. I want to have my section, and I will get my territory. The only thing can stop me is a bullet, and that didn't stop me.